It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Prescott looks to throw right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Richardson. Buying time to his left. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Richardson looking to throw this. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the top rope there for the completion. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Richardson off the play fake. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They go play action with Richardson. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keep...
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Prescott from the gun on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Washington going to send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds. And this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Play action. Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Here's Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Daniel Whelan now. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Richardson to throw off play action. But he's got Dorsett complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Richardson out of the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Got it. Ready? 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Again, it's Richardson. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are pouring it on. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down now, Valentin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Prescott now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Prescott now on second down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action, Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. Room here to run. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Richardson. And he's brought down. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Patterson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibbs. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Prescott on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Still on his feet. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Prescott. And now here's another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Play action now. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Ready, ready. Alert, alert. Ready.
On first down, Grubbs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Grubbs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down and 1.
Check, Panther. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Grubbs. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on third and 1.
70 Timberwolves, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Valentine. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this year.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. On play action, Prescott completes it to Hardman. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Up the middle they go. Valentine.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
65 cap, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to his... Now the ball comes loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They go play action with Richardson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. Down the left sideline. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Williams once more, complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Richardson working from the gun. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Again, it's Richardson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point try now for Patterson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 69, Commanders 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now Prescott. Bulldozes past him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Lions, they...